Hi, Dontavia. I also um teach junior high, and so I totally know what you mean about how they don't stress grades enough in junior high. They definitely don't. And I'm sure that not all schools are the same, and that some stress it differently or more or less than others. But I do feel like, at least at the school I work at, that they don't. I mean, they encourage kids to make good grades, obviously, but I feel like it's more of, like you were talking about, a passing kind of a thing. Are you passing? Then good. When some of these kids who are like that, I'm passing, I'm good, are capable of so much more. And so I feel like by us just accepting the passing, it's kind of limiting their actual abilities, and kind of showing them that they don't need to try their best to get by. And so that's one thing I definitely don't like. And another thing about grades is, and I don't know how it is in every school. I've been in the junior high I'm at now for 9 years, so it's the only place I've ever worked. So I'm not really sure how it works other places, but I know that kids are given so many opportunities. It's like, you have an assignment due today, and then in 2 weeks, they're like, "Oh, miss, I have a 0. Well, you didn't turn that in. Well, let me make it up." And so I know at our school, we have to let them make up missing assignments. And so to me, I feel like that's kind of like a pass, kind of like for them to think, well, I don't have to worry about doing it now. I could just make it up later. And that gets them behind. And then by the time the end of the 6 weeks comes, they're like 10 assignments in that they've got to try to make up. And then that puts more pressure on the teacher trying to get everything caught up. And I feel like it's just a snowball effect, because it's showing them that they don't have to do it now. They could just do it later. And so I feel like that it would solve a lot of problems in the classroom, discipline-wise also, if they knew that there is no later. If you don't do it now, then there is no later, because then maybe they would really take the time to make sure it gets done then, instead of playing around and stuff. So that was my opinion, or kind of take on that. And then I agree with you. You were talking about the video about where he was talking to the teacher about wanting to do some counseling classes in her class, and she was kind of apprehensive about it, which I know a lot of teachers would be. And I think maybe if somebody just came at me like that, as a teacher, I might be, wait, like, I'm already short on time as it is. Like, I'm already, busting to try to get everything in, and you want to take some days away from me? Like, what? So I definitely like the idea of him bringing up the idea that they could co-teach and they could incorporate it into her topic. And then you were talking about like the writing assignments, how they could do a writing assignment if it was a writing class or something like that. So that's a good idea. I don't know that, I mean, it might be able to work in any subject. I don't know. I'd have to really think about it, how that could work in any subject. It might be better suited for like an English writing, or maybe even history, like a social studies class. Yeah, I'm not really sure how you could bring it into math, but there might be a way. I don't know. But I do think that's a good thing to do, to show that the counselor and the teacher are working together and collaborating, and then you're kind of killing two birds with one stone, because you're basically covering two lessons, at one time. So I also like that. Okay, bye.